Yeah, man. You get a little older, and then you get more in touch with your mortality. It is. Life is a fascinating thing, my man. And then you have kids. You're worried about them dying.
It's all a anybody out there that tells you that they got it figured out and they don't live in a constant state of anxiety, then I don't think that they have enough responsibilities.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you don't have anxiety, then you don't have enough responsibilities.
Yeah, responsibility will cause that shit.
You think?
Yeah.
You think? For all you dog lovers out there, everybody that loves their pets and shit, imagine having kids.
No, listen, that's why I get midlife crises.
I don't.
You don't?
Hell no.
Oh.
The older I get, I do not understand midlife crises, and I'm glad you brought that up. You know I don't understand it? Because the older I get, and the more I see people not making it to this age, give me more. Feed me, Seymour.
To give you more what?
Age.
Yeah, I think that's the midlife crisis.
What? I thought midlife crisis when you don't like the fact you're getting old.
Yeah, but the way that you react to it is by buying a bunch of flashy shit like doing expensive things.
Not me.
Right.
I like living.
I think they do too. And they're like, I need to get the most out of it.
I don't think that has nothing to do with life. I just think that's just insecurity. Like Howard Stern.
Well, then why would they wait till midlife? I think it's the insecurity
maybe they probably just getting the money.
Life. Well, that's the thing that I feel about it. I think that we judge midlife crisis because they're like, oh, you turn 45, you want to buy these cars. It's like, that's how long it takes to make enough money to buy a nice car, you little brat. You fucking brat. You know how long it takes to make money when you can buy a Ferrari?
Yeah.
So then, but then part two, I think also is like, I need to buy this Ferrari because this might be the only time in my life where I could buy a Ferrari. Like, I don't know if I can buy a Ferrari when I'm 60 years old. What if I have 4 kids? I need to put them through college and do all these things. I need to get out. I think maybe Chris, you can even speak to this more, but like
why Chris going through a midlife crisis?
No, but like maybe you and your friends are, right? Like, and even like I'm sure you might have people your age where it's like, okay, I need to get this out of my system. Do you remember before you locked it down? You were like before I was like when I was running around in these streets, right? I was like, I want to get this out of my system. I want to know that I've done all the things. I don't want to regret. I don't want to think back, oh, did I ever have a threesome? Or, oh, did I ever do these things? I'm glad I got all that system because now I'm not craving. Now I'm not going, what if? And I think a lot of people go through that with life. They go, what if I had that car? What if I bought bottles at the club or whatever? I don't judge them for that.
Yeah, that's so interesting you say that because I saw Howard Stern. Howard Stern was talking about Oprah. We can find the clip, we can add it. And Howard was talking about how he feels like Oprah shows off her wealth.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
I think when it comes to somebody like Oprah, that's just her life. You know what I'm saying? She's 60 years old and she's been rich for a long ass time. So,
I don't know enough to say that she does or doesn't. I've never thought that she was braggadocious about
me
her
neither.
wealth. There are people that are that for sure.
Like rappers. Not only will rappers brag about their wealth, they'll shit on you fuck motherfuckers, you fuck boys for being broke. Broke fucking boy. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was also thinking about like, because people like to say that we had this discussion on Breps Club and people like, people like to say things like, oh, this is inspiring. I don't get inspired by material things. I don't get inspired by people showing off wealth. I get inspired by the work. What inspires me about Oprah is when I see her living that life she's living, I know that this is decades and decades of hard work. You know what I mean? Like I get impressed by, I get inspired by seeing people who've done work on themselves, whether it's somebody who used to be fat and then they got in shape physically, you know what I mean? Or watching the evolution of people, people who go on healing journeys, you know what I mean? They start going to therapy, they start seeing their sacred purpose coach, whatever it is. Like that's what inspires me. The material wealth, that shit don't do nothing for me. Because anybody can get on Instagram and fucking front. All y'all motherfuckers can get on Instagram with a fake wad of money and stand in front of somebody else's car and pretend.
But have you ever been to someone's home and then felt like, oh, wow, I really want this for myself, or I want aspects of this for myself. Like, do you remember the first time you saw somebody like with land and you're like, oh, fuck, I want to work hard so I can get that. Sometimes seeing those things.
Listen to what you said, though.
Yeah.
Work hard so I can get
Sure.
that.
But the thing is what inspired the hard work. Does that make sense?
Yes, but that's what it does. Like, if I see something like that, right, I'm like, well, what does this person do?
Yeah.
That's immediately what I think.
Yeah.
I don't think about, man, how much did this cost?
Yeah.
I want to know, what does this person do?
Yeah.
That's the inspiration for me. When I sit down and have a conversation with a person, like, I do that shit on vacation all the time.
Yeah.
You meet people and motherfuckers be on vacation and you're like, well, I wonder who that is. And you strike up a conversation. You're like, well, I buy property. You know what I mean? I buy land and lease it to Walmart. Shit like that. That's what inspires me. Not just the fact that you're sitting around with a big ass house or a bunch of cars and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I see rappers do that shit all day, every day.
Yeah.
That shit don't inspire me.
Yeah.
I don't fucking rap.
Yeah.
Or have the desire to rap.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by work.
Yeah.
What did you do to get to that level? And I guess even from the rap perspective, I'm inspired by people whose talent is so great that they become also the richest.
Yeah, I guess it's like a combination of both. Like, it's like you might have never gone on a boat, right? Or no, like, let's put it this way. Like, it's important to see other neighborhoods. You know, like, one of the cool things about New York City is that, like, you could live in the hood and you're 30 minutes away tops on a subway from the richest part of New York City.
Yeah.
So you walk around it, you can see how people live, and you could start saying to yourself, like, yo, I want to kind of live like this. Like, and you needed to see it to even know that it's an opportunity. Like,
you say, yo, this is we need to be robbing at. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Why we keep robbing each
Why we
other,
robbing broke people?
Word is
we working too hard.
Which is the other thing y'all don't realize, y'all inspiring people. Keep flossing that shit on the gram.
Exactly. So I'm not necessarily saying floss, and I understand what Stern is saying, which is like, don't be showy with your wealth, because I do feel that way, especially with uber rich people. Though I would also say that, like, Oprah's been such an open book for her entire life.
Yes.
It would be weird for her to change it. And we know she's rich, bruh.
Off the work.
Yeah, but I'm not discrediting how she made it. She made it herself, but it's like, ain't nobody finding out when they see Oprah's house. Nobody's like, wait, is she rich?
It's Oprah.
It's Oprah.
She's
rich.
We
right?
expect the ambiance. We want that, the opulence.
Yes.
And how rich is Howard Stern that he refers to employees as servants?
Yeah, that's some rich ass shit, bro.
That's rich.
Yeah, I mean, like, Howard probably got some help. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like, yeah.
Come on, that's Howard fucking Stern.
Yeah.